I actually moved to Los Angeles to start on The Simpsons on my 23rd birthday. I was a little baby. So my first day of work, I rolled up and I was like legitimately embarrassed at how big of a super fan I was. I was like, this is gonna be so embarrassing. I'm gonna walk into this place. I had Simpsons stickers all over my car. And then I walk in and everyone was that person. My first boss on The Simpsons, the director that I worked with, the first director I worked with, his name is Raymond Percy, and he actually is the voice of Flash the Sloth from Zootopia. But so I was working there for probably like, I think 4 years or so before they started production on the movie. So I was really green when the movie started. Literally, it was just the right place at the right time. They were getting a small team of people to be at the trailer at Fox, because I was at the animation studio in Burbank at the time. They sent me and a few other artists over, and from that point on, for a year, I was then working on the Simpsons movie with Richard Sakai and all these other, and I actually met my husband in that trailer because he was also a storyboard artist on the movie. That really changed a lot for me because I just grew a lot that year and I got to meet a lot of really cool people. One day I was coming back from lunch and the trailer was empty, and I go to my computer and there was a woman standing in front of my computer looking at my drawing, and I did not recognize this woman, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, who's this person? They're not allowed to be in here. And I'm like, just kind of hemming and hawing, and she's like, looks at the drawing on the computer, which is a drawing of Marge that I had done, and she's just like, that's so cool, did you do that? So that, and I'm like, oh, this is Julie Kavner. This is the voice of Marge Simpson. And so I was like, yes, hello, and she was, and of course she was allowed to be in there, but I just didn't know who she was. So yeah, that was really cool. On a more recent story that I'm like crying because it was so cool. I sort of noticed online, because the artists and the voice actors are in very separate places. Like Fox is where like the producers, the voice actors, all the sort of like exciting stuff happens, and then the animation studio is sort of this like, it's another part of town entirely. It's in Burbank where all the the production happens. So we didn't, I wasn't like bumping elbows with Matt Groening at the water cooler or anything like that. It was a very separate sort of, environment. But I noticed recently on Twitter, Yeardley Smith, who's Lisa Simpson's voice, had been like liking my stuff, like my own personal stuff, my own like work. And I was like, that's cool. And at this last Simpsons party, I saw Yeardley Smith and I walked up to her and I was like, hi, I'm Liz. And she was like, I'm so excited to meet you. And I was like, why? Just like, oh my gosh. And so that was like, we like hugged and like we've kind of kept in touch, and she's so nice. And I didn't grow up in LA, so I never really knew what LA was, and it just seemed like this weird, like sort of surfacey, like glamorous place where everything was sort of like vapid. But living here, it's like you meet people like that. It's like, you're someone that I've liked since I was young, and she's just like this nice lady, It's like, it is cool. It's cool to sort of just see people as humans.